Hey everyone, this is Arshia. I know after a long time, but I came back with the most crucial topic, that is air purifying indoor plants. I don't think that nowadays these indoor air purifying plants are having a lot of craze because most of the city people want to decorate their balcony, want to decorate their indoors. So for that, they can go for these air purifying plants, not just purifying their surroundings but also giving the aesthetic look. When you search in the internet about these plants, you will get list of many plants and their information. But in this video, I'll make sure to give the list of the plants which are easily available, and most importantly, these are very hardy so that you can grow them for the longer period, longer years without the problem of drying. Let's start with the list of the plants. So the first plant in my list is the spider plant. I think you all have seen this plant growing as a border plant in the outdoors, but it is best option to grow this plant in the indoor as a air purifying plant because it is believed to remove the highest toxic chemicals like benzene and formaldehyde. And the most interesting part is it removes the toxins by the level of 90% just over the period of 2 days. And why I listed this plant in the top, because it is very hardy so that you can even grow this under the direct sunlight, and care has to be taken while you're watering. Not just these pandanus but also all the indoor plants does not require much water. So if you're confused about how much to water and when to water, it's a simple trick. Just you take the soil between your fingers, and when you find the soil sticking to your fingers, then no need to water it. The soil is already having the enough moisture. And if you feel the soil is very dry to your fingers, then you go for the watering. The next plant in my list is Monstera. This is my most favorite one. And I know there are many varieties of Monstera available, but I suggest you to go for the Monstera deliciosa because it is having the beautiful immense foliage, and it is believed to produce the highest rate of oxygen in the surroundings. The only thing to bother about this Monstera is don't place this monstera under the bright sunlight and the bright intensity of sunlight, because the leaves will get burned easily. So you make sure to place it in the shady region for 2 to 3 days after you transplant it, and yeah, and water accordingly as I said before. And one more thing I want to say, that when you buy the plants from the nursery and when you transplant it in your house, so in some case what happens, the plants will not survive after the transplantation. This is due to the transplantation shock. So you're already changing the soil, you're disturbing the roots, and you're placing it under the direct sunlight, so there will be a high chance that the plant will not survive. So after you transplant the plant from the nursery, make sure to place it in the shady region for 1 to 2 days. Then you arrange it according to your design. Next plant in my list is Ornamental Aloe. This adds the beauty wherever you plant it, and it is believed to remove the highest concentration of the formaldehyde. And it should also not be planted under the direct sunlight. And one more common problem what we see about this areca palm is the tips of the palm will easily get brown. I think you all have seen this problem, but nothing to worry about that. You just need to water it properly and make sure that at least once in a month you lose the pot soil, or you lose the soil around the roots, so that it will improve the infiltration and proper aeration. And one more thing to be followed when you're if you're decided to plant this in your house, that this is a monocot and use the foliage so fast. So you have to do at least once in 2 months you do the pruning. So if you don't know anything about pruning, if you don't know the history of the pruning, it is nothing much complex. All you have to do is just remove the old foliage and encourage the growing of the tender foliage. The next indoor plant is aloe vera. I think no need to say anything about this plant. We already grow this as an indoor plant in most of the Indian houses. But keep it at the right place. It would be good if you place it in the window in your bedroom, so it will get the proper sunlight. And watering, yeah, it is already a succulent. Don't give much water. It already stores the water in our leaves, so don't give much water, and it grows by itself. Nothing much care has to be taken. And you can also go for plants like ZZ plant, Dracena, rubber plant, and crotons. So these also acts like air purifying plants. And I will leave the links of these plants below so that you can buy it online. And let me tell you, these plants or easily propagate by cuttings. So if you find these plants nearby your house surroundings or in your neighbor's house, just go to them, ask the permission and take the cuttings so that you can propagate it by yourself without spending much money. So if you don't know how to propagate them, just simply you select a stem, cut it exactly 2 inches below the node in 45 degrees, and you can place it in the water. Within 1 to 2 weeks, you will get the rootings. It does not require nutrient water. You can even add a spoon of honey. It acts like antibacteria. I know it sounds crazy, but it really works. If you want to know specifically how to propagate the plants, each and every indoor plant, you can comment me below so that I can make the video, at least short videos. And yeah, that's it for today. And I hope this is informative, and I'll be back soon. Stay blessed.